Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 18, 2017, and we're pleased to bring you today's edition of the local news. Welcome. In the news, price for cooking gas is not increased. Vehicle tax will be debated in Parliament. Institutional reforms and macroeconomic approach needed to curb the crisis. And the government wants to talk with social groups about the situation of the country. I'm Dakota Simpson Marshall. Your local news begins now. The price of a refilled gas cylinder has not increased, so says the Information Department of the power company EBS. The rumors about the increase only concerns the purchase of a new gas canister. The old prices for refilling gas remains unchanged. In Paramaribo, the 28-pound canister costs 48 SRDs and 50 cents, and for the 110-pound canister, 186 SRDs. In other districts, the prices may be slightly higher due to logistical reasons. The EBS says that clients should not get carried away by speculators or known hoarders. There is also no question of scarcity. Interested persons may call the emergency service of the EBS at 175 throughout the day. Also, via the website www.nvebs.com, you may access all the information about gas prices. The vehicle tax is being studied by the National Assembly. The government intends to introduce these taxes to increase state revenue. The introduction of the vehicle tax has been a hot point of discussion, says Speaker of Parliament Jennifer Herling-Simmons. According to Simmons, a parliamentary commission is looking at who and what category of vehicles this tax should be applied to. The amount that should be collected should be approved by the National Assembly. According to the Speaker of Parliament, the introduction of the tax should not press too heavily on the budget of the public. One of the issues that should be discussed with the government is that with the introduction of the vehicle tax, the so-called government take on fuel should be abolished, said Simmons. The bill has been approved since 2016 by the Council of Ministers. Institutional reform and a macroeconomic approach is needed to curb the external shocks and the crisis. With a decline in gold and oil revenue, the pressure on the state budget has increased. The impact on exports and balance of payments is huge. The Minister of Finance, Gilmore Hoofdraad, explains that subsidizing fuel and electricity also puts a lot of pressure on the government's budget. Besides the short-term response to the crisis, attention will also be given to the impact of the crisis on vulnerable groups and the purchasing power of the fixed wage earners. According to Hoofdraad, the reform of the electricity tariffs is a challenge. There is a structural need to increase the state's revenue. Thus, phasing out subsidies is inevitable. Regarding taxation, measures will be taken to increase economic efficiency, says Hoofdraad. According to the minister, further cuts in state expenditures are needed until revenues improve. The government will hold a round of dialogue today with the trade unions and other social groups. Together, we must find durable solutions that should be financially and socially justified so we can reap the fruits of a healthy economy and a healthy society. This is according to the press release from the Office of the President. The government is aware that society is going through difficult financial and economic times. It has not eluded the government that the life of many is not easy. The government, however, cannot perform the immense task that it is facing on its own. The entire nation is required to help in fulfilling this task. Communication and information provision to the people will be stepped up from the side of the government, and all channels of communication remain open to everyone, the trade unions, businesses, and retailers. Furthermore, the government is pleased that the demonstrations against the government has been put on hold out of respect for the memory of the suffering and death of Jesus Christ. That brings us to the end of local news for today. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same station, for more local news. Have a blessed day.